Hey guys, it's Dudey here. I'm back with another video. In today's video, I'm back with more crazy theories for Season 4, Volume 2 of Stranger Things. I'm still on the Stranger Things hype. I can't get over it. I've watched the whole of Stranger Things again, and these theories are blowing my mind. Let me know your favourite theories down below. Let's take a look at some crazy theories. Okay, so I just love the last one too much to not delve into more theories. So here we have Screen Rant's 10 Wildest Stranger Things Season 4 Volume 2 fan theories according to Reddit. Okay, so with Season 4 Volume 1 on Netflix, Reddit fans are already speculating what will happen in the last two episodes. Here are some of the wildest theories. Okay, after years of waiting, Stranger Things Season 4 Volume 1 is now available to watch on Netflix with several new characters and some surprising plot twists. Fans and critics alike are applauding the latest season despite its extra long running time. They weren't long enough. I loved it. Many fans have already binge-watched the first volume and are eagerly awaiting for the Volume 2, which arrives on July the 1st. I cannot wait. Until its release, fans have taken to Reddit to speculate what could happen next. While there are some hints as to what's coming thanks to the secret trailer at the end of Volume 1, fans are coming up with some wild and weird theories as to how the penultimate season of Stranger Things could end. Music will save the world. So, spoiler here, this scene here, right, of Eddie absolutely shredding in the Upside Down. Cannot wait to see this scene. A musician on TikTok has analysed the chords he is playing. Apparently he is playing Master of Puppets by Metallica, which is one of my favourite songs of all time. So that's got me hyped alone. And obviously if you think of the lyrics of Master of Puppets, it's very Vecna. So it's very suited to the situation and the antagonist, which is absolutely amazing. Eddie just looking cool as shit, shredding that guitar. I kind of wish I was born in that era so I could be Eddie, to be honest. It's my music down to a T. Yes, yes, yes. According to Reddit user PM Me You Montrals, the people of Hawkins will learn the truth about the Upside Down in the coming episodes, but thankfully Eddie Munson will save the town with the power of rock and roll, which will convince everyone of his innocence. Of course, he is currently, spoilers, that if you're watching this, then I'm sure you don't care about spoilers, he's on the run because the town and the police all think that he is responsible for Vecna's crimes. So yeah, if the Upside Down becomes the right side up and everyone's in it, I guess we've seen the power of music can pull you out of the Upside Down. So I guess Eddie shredding the shit out of that guitar, a bit of Master of Puppets, which have some phenomenal guitar solos, could pull everyone out, I guess, and I would love to see it. I think he's an amazing character. So I really like this one. But at the very least, you know this scene right here is gonna bang and probably make Metallica Master of Puppets #1 in the charts, just like they did for Kate Bush. Another user, You See It, even thinks that Eleven and Eddie could duet a la Rock and Rule. Rock and Rule is a 1983 animated science fantasy rock fable in a post-apocalyptic America to stop Vecna from destroying Hawkins and possibly the whole world. I'm all for it. Anything rock and roll, I'm there. Upside Down Tolkien connections. In a curiosity voyage, Reddit user DarkGod2611, don't know why I said it like that, theorizes that when Henry Creel /1 was sent into the Upside Down by Eleven in 1979, his mind molded the dimension into his own image. I said that, I believe, in the last video, because Vecna was very much, I want to eradicate weakness, I want to build this planet in my own image, and me and you, Eleven, we can do that. And when he goes into the Upside Down, you see it's like a barren wasteland, so it would make sense that this is all his mind creating and moulding, as this guy so nicely says, moulding the dimension. They also postulate that Henry Creel was inspired by Tolkien's Lord of the Rings description of Mordor while creating.
Interesting. In Season 1, Dustin compared the Upside Down to the Vale of Shadows, as Dungeons & Dragons was heavily inspired by Tolkien's Middle-earth novels. Mordor and the Vale share a similar eerie landscape. Dark God 2611 speculated that Henry Creel seemed like the type of kid that would be interested in Tolkien's work. This bizarre but fascinating theory concluded with the connection that Henry's name is One is similar to the One Ring to rule them all. In the darkness, bind them. Don't know if I'm feeling this one as much like the Tolkien links. You're probably right, because, you know, Dungeons and Dragons was heavily inspired by Tolkien, so inadvertently, because evidently Stranger Things is heavily inspired by Dungeons and Dragons, so by proxy it's inspired by Lord of the Rings. But yeah, I just, my burning theory in all this is the Mind Flayer is Vecna's design, and Vecna is the big bad, and he is moulded, because it's Hawkins, isn't it, in the Upside Down, you know. It's going to be interesting. Demogorgon origins. Reddit user Matthew Inam's theory postulates that Demogorgons are in actuality mutated humans. They speculate that Vecna's victims, such as Chrissy Cunningham and Fred Benson, are slowly turning into Demogorgons in the spires surrounding the ruins of Vecna, aka Henry Creel's home. Not everyone is convinced of this idea, particularly Patchwork Girl 82, who explains that the classic Stranger Things monsters are akin to xenomorphs of the Alien franchise, one of the many films which heavily influenced the Duffer Brothers. Like xenomorphs, Demogorgons seemingly implant larvae in hosts, as they did with Will in the final episode of Season 1. What do we think of that, guys? Down below. Do we think that Demogorgons are previous humans that Vecna is taken and turned into more Demogorgons? Could be quite interesting. I don't know personally. I guess, I mean, the hands are very much like Vecna's hands, aren't they? Obviously the face is a bit different, you know. But then this is obviously potentially what Vecna's image, so maybe this is what he sees as, you know, ultimate race, like, because it is quite an apex predator, isn't it? Mind Flayer and Vecna connection, here we go. Right, let's see if it's any similar to what I've got in my head. The connection between Vecna and Stranger Things recurring villain, the Mind Flayer, has been highly speculated. Some agree with Dustin's theory that Vecna is his 5-star general, but Reddit users like Lay2 and the Bird of Hermes believe that the Mind Flayer is just an extension of Vecna's mind. Yes, here we go. Or was specifically created by Vecna, as the creature often resembles a spider, which Henry related to as a child. Yes, yes, yes. However, Reddit user Chiroyo believes that Dustin's theory is correct, as being Vecna's soldier undersells the character of the Mind Flayer. They also believe the story would not be as hard-hitting if the source of this evil was some guy in his 30s who would have benefited from lots of therapy. That's really dumbing it down. This isn't some guy in his 30s who would have benefited from lots of therapy. This is some guy in his 30s who has insane psionic powers, who literally gets torn apart in another dimension because he is smashed there by someone that he thought he could rule the world with. You got the motives, you've got the pain, the suffering. I'm all for it. This isn't just some guy who could have benefited with lots of therapy. Will Byers, super villain. I've heard this about him being a sleeper agent. With only minor character deaths up till now, fans believe a major character is most likely to die in Stranger Things Season 4 Volume 2. I've heard rumblings that it could be Steve. And if it is, I just want to say, part of me will die that day. Don't take him from us, please. I need to know that Steve and Dustin grow old to be best friends forever. That's what I need. However, if Steve sacrifices himself, probably to save Nancy, let's be honest, but to save Dustin, that'll be a beautiful moment. That'll be a beautiful moment. I'm crying just inside just thinking about it. Okay, so most likely to die in Season 4, Volume 2. In order to set up the final season, according to Reddit user Bargain Bin Becky Bunch, it could be Jonathan, setting Will Byers up as the final villain. Oh? If Jonathan dies saving Nancy or Joyce, it will put Will over the edge, and considering his connection to the Mind Flayer, it makes Will a possible host for Vecna, which would make his painting reveal even more important no matter what it is. Oh. I heard the theory that, you know, his Mind Flayer has been asleep in him this whole time, but this is even cooler. I won't really care if Jonathan dies, to be honest. Team-ups. The secret Season 4 Volume 2 trailer teases the Mind Flayer's return, and it has seemingly been captured by the Russians. Did it? How did I miss that? According to Sisbants, this could have left a power vacuum, which led to Vecna becoming the new centre of the hive mind, and the murder of several Hawkins teenagers. Oh, really? This Reddit user theorises that the only way that Vecna can be defeated is if Eleven and the Mind Flayer work together. They would come to an agreement where the Mind Flayer gets dominion over the Upside Down if they agree to leave Hawkins alone. However, Redditor Squaddeneb believes that Hopper will shove the Mind Flayer back in the Upside Down, and the battle for dominance over the dimension will lead into Season 5. I've missed something here. I have not seen the tease of the Mind Flayer being captured by the Russians. So that's new to me. I'm going to have to watch that trailer at the end again, I guess. But that's very interesting. The power vacuum thing does make sense. You know, why is Vecna doing this again now? But I don't know about the bargain with the Mind Flayer. It's never shown like a want for that at all. And I feel like it wants the other side, the right side up, so much that for Eleven to be like, you can rule the bit that you've been ruling for however long, probably before time was even a thing. I'm happy to be wrong, and I'm sure if I am, this will be clipped, but I don't see that one. Henry Creel's powers. According to Reddit user and Stranger Things fan Alleged Cabbage, Henry Creel's fascination and association with spiders could have created his powers. They believe it was too much of a coincidence for Henry to begin exhibiting powers after learning of the Black Widows that lived in his house. While some commented that they do not agree with their theory, a Redditor also believes that Henry could have been influenced by Dr. Brenner or Dr. Owens all along to inadvertently get his powers via spiders. While this would be a strange plot twist for the show, it would allow for the party to make several references to the Spider-Man comics. There was an interesting line that I don't think many people are kind of thinking about, and I might have just misinterpreted it, so if I have, I do apologise. But when Henry Creel is going through his, what actually happened to him, and he's a kid, and he frames his dad, and he goes in the coma, he's like, and I ended up... He essentially says, like, he ends up back with the Doctor, as a Dr. Brenner, as if he was with him before. So this might not be that far off in the sense of Dr. Brenner was inadvertently coaxing him certain ways previous, but we shall see. We shall see. Creation of the Upside Down. Reddit user Endufuen has the theory that Eleven actually created the Upside Down with her powers, and Henry Creel chilled there and made it his own creation. As Henry believes that humans are pests poisoning our world, he has changed this dimension to depict his perfect world without humans. Interesting. Agreeing with this theory, another Redditor theorised that L made Henry Creel a prison, but that Vecna was able to make his own world out of his prison, while someone else speculates that Eleven did not make the monsters of the Upside Down, such as the Demogorgons, but that they are beasts from a parallel dimension that bleeds into L's pocket dimension. Intriguing. I would agree perhaps L made the Upside Down, apart from the fact that when Henry is pushed in there, you can see there's already like weird upside down mountains and stuff, and an atmosphere and thunder and shit. So unless it's made in that moment, it makes no sense. It's like he's been pushed into somewhere, not somewhere has been created as he's gone there, if that makes sense. Natural superpowers. Season 4, Volume 1 of Stranger Things retcons much of the lore many believe to be concrete, and as such, fans have been speculating how superpowers such as Eleven and Henry Creel's psychic abilities exist. While Eleven seems to have been created because of the MK Ultra experiments her mother took part in, Reddit user Orkand believes that Henry got his powers naturally. They theorise that there's 1 in a million who develop powers but mostly go untrained or unnoticed. However, others disagree, thinking that it would be a cheap solution for powers to be naturally occurring like X-Men, and suggest it's because of other factors. In what could be a fascinating and heart-wrenching connection, Martok Memes postulates that a similar situation to Hopper's contamination with Agent Orange, which causes Sarah's cancer, with Victor and Virginia Creel could have given Henry his psychic powers. Intriguing. I mean, I might be wrong here, and I have actually done a video on it so I shouldn't be wrong. But MK Ultra, the idea was to train psychic assassins so they could kill people without actually having to touch them and stuff, right? And to be able to control people using the mind and stuff. I thought that they were... Oh no, was it the Nazis that were trying to do the psychic assassins? That, I don't know. But anyway, it was to kind of try and tap into something that was potentially already there. I'm not saying that it is, obviously, but that could be a better explanation. That MK Ultra just unlocked the key to the psychic part of our brains that is already there, potentially. You know? So it is natural, but it's like unlocked using. So it's like a best of both worlds, really. Mind Flayer's weakness. This is the last one. Redditor, where's my beer gone? Ponders why there is no water in the Upside Down. Both Lover's Lake and Steve Harrington's pool were devoid of water, and in what would be a tragic plot twist and shock for all fans, Redditors are speculating that the series could end like Signs. Please, God, don't do this. In the 2002 movie, aliens with a deadly reaction to liquid water decide to invade a planet with a surface that is 71% water covered. As such, Stranger Things fans worry that the Mind Flayer is going to be beaten with water. Water has always played a large role in the show. As the floor of Eleven's void is covered in water, it is, and Billy needed ice baths to sway the power of the Mind Flayer. So while this theory could be substantiated, yes, I see it. I do, but I don't want it. Please don't let that be a thing. It's bad enough. Like, I hate the use of hive minds in stuff, and I know that this is a similar thing. You know, it's bad enough in Game of Thrones, like, oh, the Night King's dead, and so are all of the undead threat now, because it's just one big hive mind. Yay, that's nice and easy. But yes, the hive mind thing is bad enough. Don't let it be water. Please, don't let it be water. Also, I'm just looking at the Mind Flayer. And obviously it's meant to be all like inspired by spiders and stuff. I mean, it's got a head and then like 5 arms, which spiders don't have. Interesting. So maybe the Mind Flayer isn't affecting his creation. I can't wait. We're going to find out. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. What do you think of these theories? And let me know your theories, please. Do you want to see more of these? Because I'll happily make them. Because I love Stranger Things and I love delving into theories and stuff. So if you're enjoying this as much as I am, then please hit that subscribe button, like, share, all that good stuff. I'll see you very soon. Sweet one. Peace.